So you may have heard Gitzo has started a crowdfunding campaign for their new Legend tripod. And it looks a lot like this. But this isn't it. This is the 100-year anniversary model. Obviously, this isn't the Legend because they haven't started shipping yet, and unless you're part of their campaign like Locke was, I don't think there's an easy way to get your hands on one right now. Regardless, I'm going to talk a little bit about where the Legend fits in with the rest of their line, my thoughts on it, why I ended up pre-ordering it, and just generally why you may or may not like the Gitzo tripods if you've never used one before, and why, despite my dislike for the twisty locks, I still like the idea of the Legend, order the Legend, and think it'll be a great tripod. So first of all, the Legend tripod is, if you look at Gitzo's website, based on the Series 1 4-column tripod, which sold with a ball head as a kit, goes for about $600. So that's a little bit more than they're currently selling a Legend. At the time that I'm filming this, there's about 40-ish odd tripods still available for the Legend, or you can buy more if you get it with a backpack, which is what I did, because honestly, I sucker for bags, and I'm kind of keen on trying out the backpack. So the Legend, if you order early enough, is going to be $519 US, or if you're a little bit slower or this post's late, $549. And it's got a listed MSRP for $709 if they keep selling it. It looks like they might keep selling it once it's out of Indiegogo. And that's despite the Series 1 4-column retailing for about $600 right now as a kit with a ball head. And that gives a very similar product. It's also very similar to the 100-year model, which I got previously. Except the 100-year is slightly lighter, supports a little bit heavier load, and there's a little bit of difference in terms of the angles that are supported for the tripod legs. So when I picked it up because it didn't have a real travel tripod. What I was carrying was this Manfrotto, which you can tell the difference based on where it's sitting in the camera frame. But I would throw it in a bag, throw it in the car, and I would usually leave it in the car, especially if I were traveling with anyone else. The Gitzo, on the other hand, folds up to 180 degrees, and if I weren't trying to pay attention to where the camera was, it's actually quite easy to do, especially if you're looking at it. Folds up, nice and small, and I can throw that into a regular backpack. In fact, this is a tripod that I was carrying around when I was hiking with my wife in Puerto Rico, and we ended up setting it up at the top of mountains to take a couple of self-portraits. Very nice, very easy, fits in a backpack, even a very small one, and I just took a couple Leicas. And sets up nice and easy from the closed point of view. It's actually super quick to open up. So where you really love or really dislike Gitzo is in their locking mechanism. So the Manfrottos have the little leg locks, which are really easy to unlock. You just click the two and they expand, shove them back. And quite honestly, that is the style of leg lock that I am a big fan of. I just find it much less finicky and much quicker. However, there is at least one person outside of Gitzo that I've seen that prefers the Gitzo version. And they're really happy that it's very quick to unlock that way. Tighten. They don't fly out. Loosen. And they slide out very easily. And as long as you remember not to under or over tighten, it actually is very quick. The thing I don't like about it is it's very easy, if you're not used to it, to over loosen, in which case things start coming out and they're a pain to put back together. When it came to unlimited warranty, it mentions, obviously, the unlimited warranty is if you register your tripod with the serial number is not damaged, which, if part of the thing that happens is something scrapes the serial number, you may not be eligible for a warranty service. So what they're guaranteeing is against defects in the way they made it, which is good. People should stand up for their products, especially when they're expensive workhorses. And people are buying these things to last for a while. Their normal extended warranty on a lot of their products looks like 7 years, if I recall, from the website. So that's already a pretty good time. And honestly, if you're using these tripods every day for a while, they're going to get chipped, they're going to get damaged through wear and tear, and it may not even last that 7 years. You may never have to worry about whether there's any defects after you get past the first couple of years because you've abused it. And to be clear, the unlimited warranty doesn't cover wear and tear, at least not the way it's written. It's purely defects in the makesmanship. A little bit unclear. Their warranty says first-hand purchase. They don't define what that is. Clearly, if you're a reseller that's not authorized and you're not buying it directly from the Indiegogo site, which is a requisite for getting it, you're not going to be covered. But if I buy it for my kids, it's a little unclear. I think I'd argue that that is still a first-hand purchase. But there's also the question of whether it would ever actually be honored. And this is where, as a consumer, you just kind of have to make a blind faith guess. And I don't fully trust that by the time my kids would be using this, and if there were any issues, it would actually be resolved. There are a lot of people that, if you read online, are still bitter that when Gitzo changed their distributors, that a lot of people had bought Gitzos through authorized channels in order to get lifetime warranties. And when, I don't remember exactly what happened, I think Bogan bought them, and who is the US distributor for Manfrotto, or some corporate relationship, whatever the details are, they stopped honoring the lifetime warranties, or at least some people said that they had issues getting warranty servicing. I appreciate that they're trying to be more reusable. I like the philosophy. It is, in my opinion, mostly marketing shtick, at least at this point. If they want to change my mind on that, they can really double down and continue on doing a lot more for reusability, for brand messaging along that line, and just general replacement and warranting their existing product. They are well made. I definitely like this. This is actually my second Gitzo. I bought a monopod at one point, which I thought I would use more. Gitzo uses the standard Arca Swiss plates, which is the same plate that this camera is on here, even though they're different heads. That's an open head. So I think the Gitzos are great tripods. If you don't have a travel tripod, $510 or even $550 is a good price for it. Takes a little bit of getting used to if you've never used the twist locks, just to make sure you don't over tighten it, but look at that, already locked. Very light turns and it becomes stable, especially to unlock it. And it's just such a convenient tripod. It's very durable, very stable for its weight and for its size. If you're used to lugging a large tripod around and you don't need the extra stability, you know, kind of like this monster, which is also a very nice tripod, but not something I'm going to carry with me. Look at that. If you're looking for a travel tripod, the Legend sounds great. The unlimited warranty sounds like a good promise. I wouldn't put too much faith in it, though. Use your best judgment. If $120 or $550 compared to its regular kit, it's still a good price. Once it goes to MSRP, I don't think I'd pay the extra $100 and so for it. I hope this is the start of something for Gitzo to really get behind reusability and sustainability. It's not just a one-off attempt at trying to milk it for marketing. So I'm a big fan of the Gitzo tripods. They fold up really quickly. They're really easy to open and close. They close up to less than 17 inches in length. They're very quick to unsnap and flip around. Very stable. They go up to 5 feet, plus or minus 5 inches, depending on whether the center column is down or all the way down or all the way up. So between the cameras adding a few inches and LCD screens and live view these days, the full height of the tripod just doesn't even matter as much anymore. The total length is definitely more important, the stability and the makesmanship. Not sure how helpful this was for anyone. I just wanted to give out my thoughts on it, and anybody that's still looking to either buy one or has put their money down and is considering a refund. I believe the Indiegogo campaign says that refunds can be processed up until the start of April. Curious, anybody in the comments, what do you think of either Gitzos in general or the Legend campaign? How weird is it that they're doing this through Indiegogo? How much faith do you have in that they'll honor the unlimited warranty? How much faith do you have that this isn't just a one-off sustainability kick? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.